In the 8th century, there was a place called the Islamic world. The rulers there were called the Umayyad Caliphs, and they lived in a city called Damascus. But not everyone was happy with how things were going. Some people felt left out and ignored by the Umayyads. One group that felt this way were the Abbasids. They were related to a very important person in Islamic history, the uncle of the Prophet Muhammad, named Abbas ibn Abd al-Muttalib. The Abbasids decided to do something about it. They talked to people who were also unhappy with the Umayyads and convinced them to join their side. Then, in the year 750 AD, they fought a big battle against the Umayyads near a river called the Tigris. The Abbasids won, and that was the end of the Umayyad rule. After their victory, the Abbasids needed to make sure everyone knew they were now in charge. They used clever tricks and stories to convince people that they were the right leaders. In 751 AD, a man named Abu al-Abbas al-Safa declared himself the first Abbasid Caliph, starting the Abbasid Caliphate. In the year 750 CE, after the Abbasid Revolution, a new era dawned upon the Islamic world. Abu al-Abbas al-Safa, the first Abbasid Caliph, stepped into power. With him, he brought promises of justice and equality for all. Abu al-Abbas al-Safa faced many challenges in his quest to consolidate power. He had to win the support of various groups, including soldiers, scholars, and tribal leaders. Through skillful diplomacy and strategic alliances, he managed to solidify his rule. One of Abu al-Abbas al-Safa's key supporters was his brother, Abu Ja'far al-Mansur. Known as al-Mansur, he played a crucial role in strengthening the Abbasid dynasty. Al-Mansur was a skilled administrator and military leader. Together, Abu al-Abbas al-Safa and al-Mansur worked tirelessly to establish Baghdad as the capital of the Abbasid Empire. They built magnificent palaces, mosques, and administrative buildings to showcase their power and grandeur. Al-Mansur was particularly instrumental in expanding the Abbasid territories through military conquests. Under his leadership, the Abbasid Empire grew stronger and more prosperous. Despite facing opposition from rival factions and rebellious governors, Abu al-Abbas al-Safa and al-Mansur succeeded in consolidating Abbasid power. Their efforts laid the foundation for the golden age of the Abbasid Caliphate, marking a period of cultural, scientific, and economic flourishing in the Islamic world. To make their rule even stronger, the Abbasids decided to build a new capital city. They chose a place near the Tigris River and called it Baghdad. Construction started in 762 AD, and the leader at that time, al-Mansur, wanted it to be a big and important city for culture and learning. Baghdad was just a dream in the mind of a great leader named al-Mansur. He wanted to build a city that would shine like a jewel in the desert, a place where people could live, trade, and learn. So, al-Mansur gathered the best architects, engineers, and workers from across his empire to make his dream a reality. They started by choosing the perfect location for the city. They found a spot along the Tigris River, which was important for trade and transportation. This strategic location would make Baghdad a hub for merchants and travelers from all over the world. Al-Mansur wanted Baghdad to be grand and magnificent, so they constructed impressive buildings, mosques, and palaces. One of the most famous structures they built was the Round City, which had perfectly round walls with 4 main gates representing the 4 cardinal directions. The architects also designed a network of straight streets and alleyways, making it easy for people to navigate the city. They built bridges over the river, connecting both sides of Baghdad and facilitating trade. As the city grew, so did its reputation. Scholars, poets, and scientists flocked to Baghdad, attracted by its vibrant culture and intellectual atmosphere. The House of Wisdom, a renowned center of learning, was established, where scholars translated ancient texts and made groundbreaking discoveries in various fields. Under the leadership of al-Mansur, Baghdad became not just a capital city, but a symbol of the Abbasid Empire's power and prosperity. Its architectural marvels and strategic location ensured its significance for centuries to come, shaping the course of history in the region. Under the Abbasid leaders, especially during the time of Harun al-Rashid from 786 to 809 AD, Baghdad became a very exciting place. People from all over came to visit, bringing with them new ideas and stories. The Abbasid rulers were famous for being very rich and smart, and stories like the Arabian Nights show how amazing their court was. During the rule of Al-Mamun, from 813 to 833 AD, something extraordinary happened in the Abbasid Empire. In the heart of Baghdad, a magnificent place called the House of Wisdom was built. This wasn't just any building. It was a beacon of knowledge and learning. Inside the House of Wisdom, scholars from far and wide gathered to exchange ideas and unravel the mysteries of the world. They brought with them ancient texts from lands as distant as Greece, Persia, and India. These texts held secrets of medicine, mathematics, astronomy, and philosophy. With great care and dedication, the scholars translated these texts into Arabic, the language of the Abbasid Empire. This act of translation was like unlocking treasure chests filled with knowledge, revealing new insights and discoveries. The House of Wisdom became a bustling hub of intellectual activity where scholars debated, experimented, and expanded their understanding of the universe. It was not just a library, but a place where ideas flourished and minds collided in pursuit of truth. As the Abbasid Empire flourished, it became a melting pot of cultures and ideas. Traders from distant lands brought goods and stories, enriching the tapestry of society. The exchange of goods and ideas fostered a spirit of openness and curiosity that shaped the world we live in today. The rise of the Abbasid Empire was not just about seizing power, it was about embracing knowledge and diversity. Through their love for learning and their spirit of exploration, the Abbasids left an indelible mark on history, creating a legacy that continues to inspire and influence us to this day. In the bustling streets of Baghdad, during the Abbasid Empire's golden age, something remarkable was happening behind the scenes. It wasn't just the grand palaces and bustling markets that made the empire thrive. It was the strong administration and governance that kept everything in order. It all started with the establishment of a robust bureaucracy. Under the wise rule of caliphs like Al-Mansur and Harun al-Rashid, the Abbasid Empire developed a system of government that was efficient and organized. Skilled administrators were appointed to oversee different regions, ensuring that laws were enforced and justice was upheld. One of the key pillars of this administration was the tax system. Taxes were collected from various sources, including agricultural produce, trade goods, and land. The revenues generated from these taxes were used to fund essential services such as infrastructure, education, and defense. The Abbasid Empire's economic prosperity was closely linked to its thriving trade routes. Caravels laden with goods traveled across the empire, connecting distant lands and bringing exotic treasuries to Baghdad's markets. Merchants from all corners of the world converged in the bustling bazaars, trading spices, silks, and precious metals. Baghdad, with its strategic location at the crossroads of major trade routes, became a vibrant hub of commerce and cultural exchange. The wealth generated from trade flowed into the empire, fueling its growth and prosperity. But it wasn't just Baghdad that benefited from the Abbasid Empire's economic prowess. Cities and towns across the empire flourished, thanks to the efficient administration and infrastructure development. As the Abbasid Empire reached its zenith, its administration and governance became a model for other civilizations to emulate. The combination of a strong bureaucracy, efficient tax system, and thriving trade routes laid the foundation for centuries of prosperity and cultural exchange in the Islamic world. And though empires rise and fall, the legacy of the Abbasid Empire's golden age lives on, a testament to the power of effective governance and economic prosperity. The decline and fall of the Abbasid Empire, once a beacon of civilization and prosperity, were influenced by a combination of internal and external factors. Here are the key contributing factors. In the big Abbasid Empire, there was trouble, not just from outside but also inside. The Abbasid family who ruled the empire started fighting among themselves. They all wanted to be in charge, which made the empire weak. Other big groups from far away, like the Mongols and the Crusaders, attacked the empire. They wanted to take its stuff and land. This made it even harder for the empire to stay strong. On top of that, the empire's money and food started to run out. People couldn't afford things anymore, and there wasn't enough food to go around. It got so bad that some places even had famines. With all these problems, the empire fell apart. Different parts of it broke away and became their own countries. The Abbasid Empire, once great and powerful, was now just a memory. It showed that even the strongest empires can't stay strong forever. The once great Abbasid Empire, which had once shone brightly as a beacon of civilization and culture, now lay fractured and weakened. Its glory faded into memory, a poignant reminder of the ephemeral nature of power and the relentless march of time.